Leo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-March 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Leos in mid-March 2024. The year's moving right along, my friends. Let's see what we have, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got for the beautiful Leos here? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. Well, let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Leo, please. Guides and spirit team, what do we got happening here in mid-March for my friends? Last week's reading was nice and positive. We're going to hope to keep it that way. But you know me, we're going to roll with the punches regardless. Let's see what we have. Thank you. Okay, ooh, very analytical and thought-based. So either your mind is very active, this is intelligent type of energy. I mean, I like it generally. It's like Ace of Swords, it reminds me of. And there's a lot of mental depth to this card. And we'll go into much more detail before we do, though. If you're new here, I'll be speaking about the March subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk a little bit about this card. So it's funky little imagery, right? Like if you look here, you see it's a monkey. It is dressed up in a Shakespearean suit. It's holding a skull and it's contemplating its life. It's in front of a typewriter. Behind it, there's all sorts of equations and binary code and stuff like that. So to me, this is a very intellectual type of energy that shows up here. So for some of you, hey, maybe you're feeding your brain, maybe you're learning new things, maybe you're feeling mentally sharp, but there could just be anything really going on with the intellect. Now, it doesn't necessarily feel daydreamy, because there's a difference between like sharp mind and, you know, airy. So I don't feel like a lot of you could be daydreaming, but you could be overthinking. This card could sometimes be a little anxious or nervous too, so that's something to watch out for. But once again, it is a problem solver. It's like genius type of energy, so your mind could be working in really great ways when this is here. You could do really well with problem solving of any kind when this energy shows up here in the front. But I would say just like try not to be in your head too much, okay? Like balance it off. You know the deal. We're fire signs. We like to have some physical activity. But we're going to put that monkey over there. He could do all his problem solvings. Let's get into tarot now. And yeah, I always say the first card here, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. Let's get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. So what do we have here for the Leos, please? And while we shuffle up, let's talk about last week's reading, my friends. As I already mentioned, it was pretty positive. To me, it felt like you have good news coming in. That's why the reading was titled Exciting News Incoming. And there was a lot of positivity, specifically in all the fire signs. So I hope you had a great week. And remember, that energy could still bleed over for the coming days and weeks. So if you didn't have a big win or exciting news come in, that could still pop up for you. But let's see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. Let's get it going. 3 cards to start us off for the Leos, please. Guides and spirit team, what do we have for my friends? Thank you. Card number 1, very, very giving. That's a big card of gifts here. Okay, so whether it's like your natural gifts, maybe you're going to get a surprise, or someone's going to, or you're trying to surprise somebody, that could possibly be it. Obviously, that's not the only message, but I love the 6 of Pentacles. Very, very giving. Okay, 3 of Wands. This could be somebody waiting on something. You could be in holding pattern or wait mode. Let's get one more, then we'll really start to piece this together. What do we have here for Leo? What do we got? Thank you. All right, so you are going to have a bonus, my friends. Okay, so on the back end here, we do have a card that could represent the self. And your bonus is a really good one. So I can't wait to see how this all plays out, because your bonus card is the 10 of Cups. So we do have this nice energy of positivity still carrying over regardless of what we see. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. So at first glance, I'm looking over here. There's a lot of fire energy in the mix, which we are very comfortable with as fire signs. We got the 3 of Wands, the King of Wands, okay? Fire signs are passionate. They're driven. forward momentum generally, but they could also be a little bit unpredictable. That's the thing with fire energy. It could be a little volatile and explosive sometimes. Not always bad. We got some earth anchoring it down here in the front. The bonus card has a bunch of water, so there's a pretty good mixture of elements we're seeing so far. So let's go through piece by piece and really start to build this message out. Position number 1, the Six of Pentacles. Looks like a simple card, but in reality, it's very in-depth. Now, this could talk about trying to balance things out. It could speak about equality, equal give and take, and all that stuff when we're speaking about relationships. I call it Libra energy because it has the scales, so it also does have karmic ties and karmic links as well. But whenever I see the Six of Pentacles, I think it's a very giving type of energy, like somebody that would give the shirt off their back to appease somebody or help somebody out if they really need the assistance. It's a beautiful type of energy. Now, if we're talking about a specific situation, there might be something or someone you're wanting to give your energy to when this card is here. It's really nice. Now, as with all cards, there's positives and there's challenges. The challenge with this card is not giving too much or not being in something where it's like you're always giving and never receiving. Like there needs to be some sort of balance here. And don't let anybody take your kindness for weakness when this card is in the mix, okay? But obviously, I'm going to call it positive until proven otherwise. The Six of Pentacles is a really nice card. Now, moving to the center, we have the Three of Wands. Totally different vibe we have here. This is when something is imminent whenever I see it. Okay, so whether it's an action, whether it's a situation or an event of some kind, I see the Three of Wands, I think of, somebody waiting in a waiting pattern, in a holding pattern. So there could be something or someone that you've kind of been waiting on a little bit. Maybe someone's waiting on you. With this here, it could represent distance and travel, all sorts of stuff. That's the thing with tarot. There's so many different possibilities. But to me, yeah, it's a card of manifesting as well. Okay, so you're trying to create your reality, draw things towards you like a magnet, and it could be working when this card is in the mix, especially with what we have surrounding. So a lot of you might be very much magnetic in this time, okay? Some of you might just be taking a trip, who knows? Now, the rough part of this Three of Wands is somebody that's stagnating or waiting on something that they shouldn't be waiting on. So we really want to dig into this deeper and see if something is possibly worth the wait. But once again, aside from the manifesting and the magnetic energy and all that, the Three of Wands tells me something is imminent. Something is coming. Now, on the back end, we have a card that could represent you. We have the King of Wands. Now, this is not gender specific by any means. It could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And when I see the King of Wands, I think of somebody who is focusing their energy in the proper places, or is trying to at the very least. This is an extremely outgoing energy. It's entrepreneurial. It's a person that could really just harness their energy and put it to the right focus. So this could be really nice in its positive sense. Now, in its rougher sense, this could be somebody that is a party animal that craves and loves attention, okay, which isn't a bad thing. But with the King of Wands, it could manifest in ways that are a little unhealthy. So it's something we want to look at further for sure. Once again, it could be a very unpredictable person, okay, where it's someone where you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know how they're going to respond or act. So we'll have to see what's up. On to the back end, you do have a beautiful bonus. We have the Ten of Cups, happy ending, right? This is like storybook happy ending type of energy. It's wish fulfillment. It's beautiful. For a portion of you, it could just be highlighting situations involving the family or the home. But I love the Ten of Cups, right? You don't get much better than this type of energy as the bonus. Really good subnote. So if you're going through any rough situations or things that are trying your patience, the Ten of Cups is like, okay, just keep pushing, the happy endings coming in. But I want to dive deeper on all of it, Leo. Let's jump in and clarify. What do we got for the Leos, please, my gods? Talk to me. What do we got for my friends? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Six of Pentacles here. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Leo, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Six of Pentacles time. What's happening? I often see that Six of Pentacles in someone's birthday season, honestly. So maybe there's someone close to you that has a birthday coming up. Beautiful. We have the Nine of Cups, my friends. Okay. So I feel like it's either one or the other. Either you're planning a surprise or a gift for someone, or someone's going to surprise you in a positive way. So this is really nice. We have the 9 of Cups. This energy couples very well with that 10 of Cups that we have towards the back end. So the positive energy is still here. It's still living. It's still moving. So if you're going through tough times, this is like absolutely a silver lining. And I want to see what comes out throughout the rest of the reading. We have Earth and Water, which represents possibilities. For a lot of you, if there is a task, if there is something you are wanting to put your energy into, Spirit's giving you the green light. That's what this tells me here in the front end. Spirit's like, hey, Leo, green light, go for it. If you really want to do it that much, or if you want that so bad, make it happen and go for it. I feel like that's one of the main messages here, but I just can't let go of that other message, whether you're shopping for someone else's birthday or you just want to give someone a gift because you love them. Or once again, maybe someone's going to surprise you. That's a big possibility with what I'm picking up here. It's just the oddest thing because like I said, I always see it in people's birthday season. Okay, so I'm not sure. Obviously, it's not yours. Yours is still a few months away. So there is something around gift giving here. We're going to keep pushing. And yeah, Spirit could be giving you a green light as well. So could be good, especially if there's something you've been mulling over or thinking over. Let's see what that 3 of Wands has to say. Could obviously be a win of some kind, but we'll see if that solidifies throughout the reading. Let's go in on that 3 of Wands, though. Why is that 3 of Wands here for Leo? Thank you. 8 of Swords. Okay, who's this laying low? Okay, and I saw a similar thing in the front end of the Aries reading. We have the 8 of Swords in reverse underneath the 3 of Wands, and this is just giving me that intuitive vibe of like somebody trying to like let something chill or lay low, let it mellow out, let it die down. Okay, so once again, if you're going through any rough situations or tough things and anything that isn't super comfortable, like Spirit is saying like, okay, yeah, it's dying down. It's getting better, slowly but surely, which is a nice thing. Now, the 8 of Swords in the upright is a cornered type of energy. It deals with stress and anxiety and nervousness and stuff like that. So when we see it in reverse underneath the 3 of Wands, it's somebody trying to work on that. So if you're having issues with a specific person, they might have issues with stress and anxiety and nerves, and they're trying to get themselves right or fix that in one way or another. For another portion of you, this is a totally different message I'm picking up. If you've been having cabin fever lately, there's something surrounding a trip or getting away. Okay, I know that's totally different than what we've been picking up here. And I'll recap what these all mean, but with the 3 of Wands, 8 of Swords in reverse, you might need to spread your wings and let them fly in one way or another, whether it's a short term, like a short distance trip or even a long distance one. Spirit could be asking you to like take a trip or travel. Okay, so let's just go through that real quick before we get to the King of Wands. I know that was a lot of different messages. One, this could be somebody waiting on something to blow over, something to calm down. This could be somebody grappling with anxiety and nervousness and things like that. So just know you might be dealing with somebody that has those issues. And also, now would be a good time to get away for a while or have some sort of trip. Let's move over. Let's get in on that King of Wands. Obviously, I'm not going to, keep pulling messages from that. But why is the King of Wands here? And once again, the waiting, like if there is something you've been waiting on, I don't feel it affecting you as much. It's like, oh, it'll come when it comes. Well, it'll happen when it happens. It's like, give me one of those. Yeah, here's that patience. Okay, I feel for a lot of Leos, you could be moving into a really good headspace and spiritual space. We have the Temperance card in the upright underneath the King of Wands, okay? Really, really controlling yourself well and what you spend your energy on and what you don't. This is really good. Now, if you're connected to Sagittarius, they're being highlighted here heavily, because Saggy card, then another card, that could be them. But Temperance is spiritual protection for a portion of you, aside from you being in a good space mentally, emotionally, spiritually. When I see this card, it is spiritual protection. So some of you Leos might just need to hear, hey, you got someone watching out for you. Okay, like if you thought you lost connection with this energy, you really didn't. This is spiritual protection. Okay, and I don't want to say it's like a person from the other side. For some of you, it could be. Okay, and I don't give those messages often in a general reading, but it's coming through powerful here, this energy of protection. But for a lot of you, I see you being in a much more patient place, an accepting place. There could be certain situations where you're finding acceptance, or Spirit could be telling you, hey, Leo, maybe you just need to accept it for what it is. Okay, it is what it is, right? And you've done what you could. You did all you could. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting these messages, but just take them if they hit. So let's go through and do a quick recap here, Leo. Lots of stuff coming through for you this week, so obviously only take what hits for you. But position number 1, we have the 6 of Pentacles with the 9 of Cups. Beautiful type of energy. So I did get the energy of like trying to get somebody a gift. So whether you're shopping for it or whether someone's going to try to surprise you, it's in the mix here. So don't be surprised when someone surprises you. Another thing I was picking up here is a green light from Spirit saying, all right, Leo, work for it, make it happen, chase that down. You got the green light. Moving to the center, we have the 3 of Wands with the 8 of Swords in reverse. This was making me feel a lot of things. Getting the vibe of somebody, I don't want to say being avoidant, but laying low, trying to let something blow over. Another vibe I was picking up is someone having issues with anxiety and nervousness and trying to work on it, but still grappling with it a little bit. But there's something imminent. Something's coming in for you that you've been waiting on for quite a while. But I think you accept that. Don't forget about the trip. A trip could be good for a lot of you. Moving to the back end, this is where I find the acceptance and the patience that us fire signs are not known for. We have the King of Wands with Temperance in the upright. So beautiful. I see a lot of you moving into a really good place mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Know that you have a lot of spiritual protection around you as well. This does feel nice for the most part, but there's something around finding acceptance or accepting something for what it is. Like, okay, well, that's what it is. I did what I could do, and that's it. So yeah, please take a screenshot of that if you'd like. Let's get you a shadow card. Let's see what we have in the shadows for the lovely Leos, guides and spirit team. And yes, my friends, I always like to pull one of these at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards could be a good thing. They don't always have to be rough. It could be positive. So what do we have in the shadows for the lovely Leos? Oh, and yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love and appreciation for my channel members. All right, shadow card time. What is in the shadows? Thank you. Okay, star card. The future is bright. The future is very, very bright here for a lot of you. Even if like you're in depths or if you're going through something rough, I love having this card as a shadow. Okay, now, yes, there's a double-edged sword to this card, just like every single card, but the star represents the zodiac sign of Aquarians. That is like your zodiacal yin to the yang, right? These are the people that are straight across from you, where you and Aquarius is, you get together well, you mesh well with this type of energy. You want the same things, but approach it in different ways. Now, I don't want to go off on too much of a tangent. When I see the star, I think of something that's coming down the pipeline, or the big picture thinking. We're talking like months, years from now. This is the future. There's something about having hope. So for a lot of you, if you've been struggling with feeling hopeful, being optimistic, I know most Leos are naturally optimistic people. Spirit's asking you to not lose that hope, not lose that optimism. Really hold on to that and don't let it diminish. This is a really beautiful card to have in the shadows because it's the light at the end of the tunnel. So if any of you have been going through something for quite a while, the star card in the shadows, like, okay, it's there. The finish line is there, Leo. Okay, and it feels really nice to me. So we're going to put it down right there. You can look into that further as well. And yeah, Leo, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the March subscriber surprise. If you would like to get a personal reading done with me, you can find my digital calendar on mastermetaphysics.com, so please feel free to check it out. But for the March subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful, fantastic Tarot of the Owls. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, and second, let me know down in the comments what is your favorite zodiac sign, and give me a couple reasons why. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.